I thought it was I thought it was fake. So, I went to search and, I got to check my resources and then confirmed that it was legit. It was mind blowing, fam. It was mind blowing. And to understand, I'm still kind of processing everything. But one thing that they did do, it seemed like they made Chauncey, Damon, and the others the face of this thing. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of layers to this, say word. So, we got to be patient and let everything unfold, but I don't like the optics.
Cause they say it's 30 people on the case, right? And I'm not a lawyer, but like I know how to count. So that means you got Chauncey, you got Terry, and you got D Jones. And shout out to D Jones. D Jones, great guy. Like, oh man, he used to take. Oh man, but anyway, so there's 27 other people left. Where are the other 27 people?
Bruh, I looked it up. Like they have it in the article. No pictures, no nothing.
Yeah,
I read one particular article. I had to search like 4 or 5 just to come up with all the people. You heard the 31, but you never heard the names listed. It was this one particular article that listed all 31 people. And of all the ones that were pictured was the blacks. Like none of the crime family, none of them. There was a young lady that was in there that was she was one of the dealers. She was an Asian lady. They end up, you seen her in the picture, the one that they did post where they had Chauncey at the table gambling next to one of the crime guy, the bosses, and she was the dealer. That was the one thing that they did expose. But other than that, you didn't see nothing. And so I'm concerned more about the optics than anything.
The NBA. Nowadays I got the Underdog Fantasy logo behind my backdrop over there. You got FanDuel, you got DraftKings. How does the NBA go about handling betting now? It just seems like I said, I don't even know how to put things into words because it seems like Adam Silver's gonna have to do something in a sense. You know what I mean?
And I think, first of all, I think we got to ask the right question. I mean, I think it's because the NBA was the one, the one that was exposed. I still think there's a broader question, and it is because they want to target the NBA, which just happens to seem to be like the blackest sport, by the way. I mean, a lot of brothers are in the NBA. I mean, considering all the other sports also gamble. Like, if you think the NBA is the only sport that has gambling athletes that are involved, I mean, even on a deeper level, you got to be kidding me. So, first of all, we're in the Trump White House. What's going on politically in this world to where this thing comes in? So we're going to peel back these layers. Let's start peeling back these layers because there's a lot of questions, and why now? And then you got to ask, too, this is not the NBA and Adam Silver. What is all the other commissioners from all the other sports going to do? Because this is bigger than the NBA.
Okay.
Right? It's interesting how, again, Chauncey and those guys are the face of it. I mean, they obviously put a face on it, considering you got 5 crime families, fam. 5.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not the face of it. And you said Chauncey is the face of it? Come on. So what are you projecting out there? And then we have to ask ourselves, and this is bigger than the NBA. I mean, obviously, they're using the NBA to steamroll. What's more to come down the pipeline? And is there, with Chauncey, basically what they were saying was that he was talking about tanking and giving information. So if that's the case, is that from Chauncey? Is that from upstairs? Because now the questions are asking, are these franchises involved? Is there people up here that's giving? Yeah, man. So it's a lot of layers, and we need to be patient and let them peel back the layers. But from what it seems, the optics going all the way back to Gilbert. Like, then you hear it. Like, how is he? Is all this connected? And so you've seen it coming. And now since Gilbert, then you got these collective individuals. Like, what's next? When the NBA, I mean, not the NBA, when the FBI start going after people, man, they coming. Like, it ain't no 1 or 2 or 3 people. They don't spend all that money and effort just to go after a few people. So we got to be patient and watch what comes after this.
I was the NBA season I think has been on for like 3 days, and
Yep.
I remember this is so interesting. I remember a couple of days ago, I seen the Wemby game. I was calling home. I was like, "Yo, Wemby's the greatest basketball player I've ever seen in my life." Like everybody, listen. We all was calling each other like, "Yo, you see what this dude Wemby is doing?"
Yeah.
Like you see what this he's making Anthony Davis look like a eighth grader.
Facts. Facts.
Hold up. Then the next morning comes, and it's like completely the headlines is Chauncey, Terry. It completely took away the whole excitement of the NBA season. So with that being said,
Yep.
you think the way they target this was this intentional? Or
That's a great question, baby.
They could have went to Christmas to do this.
Right at the start of the NBA season.
Yo, man, like,
come on, man. And so, I was looking at, obviously when these stuff come out, I started try to do a deeper research, man. So you got some people talking about the Epstein files, the government shutdown, they connecting all this. And I don't want to say that it's not connected. I'm just saying that, I don't have enough information yet to make a full, real comment without being biased at all. But I mean, this is interesting, bro. And not only that what's going to happen to the NBA moving forward if it's projected as a scripted league? Like, how will this affect, the money, the TV right deals and other things? And I'm always thinking ahead. I'm a forward thinker. So I'm thinking, if it is an inside job, who's all involved? Is this in a way to destroy the leverage of the players? Because at some point in time, it's going to have a trickle-down effect. If you start looking at these players as basically like degenerates, when that collective bargaining agreement come back around and all the other things, now the players are going to start losing leverage, and NBA claims that they start losing money because of this. Who's going to be directly impacted? The players. So again, it's a one of those things I'm looking to see the trickle down effect as this continues to unfold.
So I've been reading this. Like I haven't done so much reading in a long time because I'm trying to get an understanding. Chauncey's charged with one thing. Terry's charged with kind of like a sense of like point shaving. And I'm gonna go to D Jones because I know D Jones personally. D Jones is a good guy. Do you think because they're trying to involve LeBron?
You see how they connected it? LeBron's friend?
Yeah, but if you want to be realistic, that is LeBron's friend. That's like me being like,
yeah, it is true that.
That's like Mike James is my cousin, right? My blood cousin, right? And my cousin Mike telling me like, yo, you know what? When Mike played with Chauncey, they won the championship. And Mike was like, yo, you know what? Chauncey and Rip not playing tonight. And I go back and tell somebody, if you think about it, that happens.
Facts.
That happens. But
facts.
But like I said, everybody's innocent till they're proven guilty. But the way they're trying to present it, the way D Jones did it, because that's why they said the case started. They said D Jones had an issue with one of the guys he was doing business with over $2,500, and it was misleading information, and the young man wanted his money back. You gotta read, you read all this stuff, it's crazy. So he wanted his $2,500 back because he lost obviously he lost some money, and I guess D Jones didn't give him the money back, and that's when he went and started reporting things. So it was a situation like that where somebody lost out on something. He felt like D Jones gave him some inaccurate information, tying to, you don't want to say LeBron, but like he was around LeBron, and it sucks. It sucks that LeBron name's even
right, and that's the thing I'm talking about. It's obviously you have the right to connect the two, but if you don't find any wrongdoing with LeBron, don't bring his name into it. You ain't got to let the world know it's LeBron's friend. They'll find that out. So when you do that intentionally. And so with that being said, I'm interested in seeing though, is LeBron question? I mean, the question is legit. How deep does this go? And are they willing to tell? You
It,
know,
and speaking of that, it's you
yeah.
got Malik Beasley. This situation is just it's interesting, man. You see, Gilbert just had a situation, and ironically, this happened right after the Gilbert situation. I see Gilbert. He's hilarious, man.
Joking on, yeah, man. Even in these times like this, dog, you know, he got to learn how to, you know, to take things a little more serious at hand because you don't want people thinking that you're
Yeah,
involved in this.
yeah,
You
you don't want that tag. Yeah, you don't want that tag on your name. But it